Look, no.
You know what I'm
Rather
saying?
than just like, hey, let's connect something simple. This guy makes it sound like I got my hands behind my back. I'm hey, do you want to maybe exchange numbers and hang out sometime? Yeah.
No, it's just like a skit. You know what I mean? Like,
look,
that's so funny.
but I think it's a testimony. Me and him just hit it off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then we just started hanging out and doing all types of stuff together, right? So, and then when the video blew up, then it was like, you know, us together was this really fun thing too, for like, you know, going on autograph signings and tours and different like little adventures together. It became this really fun sort of thing. And then you know, we went and did that gumball together, and then it was like, hey, this may turn into a television show. But you got to think, man, it's like we shot that. It took 9 months before they even said they would shoot the pilot, then shot the pilot, and then it was like, you know, it was like 2 years before it ever aired. You know what I mean? So it was like a 2-year gap of like, is this even gonna work? Should we even be on TV? You know, and is it even going to happen? But again, for me, I just, in that same 2 years, I kept seeing what was happening on the retail side with BAM's product. Right. And so that's why, you know, I renegotiated with Alien, said, I was getting 5 G's a month at the time, and said, I'll take a $2,500 salary if you give me $5 and $7 a board instead of $2 and $3 a board. Right. And Chris Carter was like, absolutely. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Yeah. And then
before everything happened, not to cut you off.
Before, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I went and did a deal with just betting on, man, if this thing turns into some BAM level of sales, like I want to get the royalties up. And then I negotiated, you know, since I was so deep in designing shoes, instead of like picking one of the pro models that I liked the most, I did a deal with DC to get a 10% royalty instead of a 5% royalty on like the Stan Smith, like super clean mainstream shoe, and have it be 10%. And then the show came out and I had like the mainstream shoe in the mall. Then I had the boards, and I just made, you know, millions off of that shoe, and then made, you know, hundreds of thousands, you know, off the board sales. But immediately right out the gate, like every single one of those deals that I did for royalties and products, like that show was on the air for like, you know, 2 months, and all of them exploded.